Okay, so we're just cooking again. Hope you can hear me. We'll. And hopefully I stay in focus. It's a bit tricky with this one out here. Yeah. So, yeah, I did take a week off because my dog died. Just had a grieving week. We had him for 8 years and it was a bit sad losing him. We do have 2 dogs, now we've only got 1. And I'm just cooking a roast here on Friday night at the moment. It should be, that's going to take a long time. I might turn it back up a bit, that might help actually, yeah. So, I'm not sure what to really vlog about. I've just been watching Barry D's one. He had a bit of a fanboy moment. I'll put a link down the bottom. Some of us don't seem to be appearing much on this little group that's getting set up in America at the moment. You know, sort of feel a bit alienated sometimes, you know, because we're down here in Australia. We're a long way away from the American vloggers. But that's us. What I've got to try and do is set up another little tribe down here in Australia, try and get some more vloggers down here in Australia. I was trying to think about that, you know. We've got Drew, we've got Pete, we've got John, myself of course. But every time I look up vlogging Australia, I get a 20-something-year-old female, this is the makeup I'm wearing today, you know what I mean. I won't start doing the voice. You get a lot of female-orientated 20-somethings trying to find men, or women, that, you know, middle-aged, that want to talk about mental health and life in general. You know, life in Australia is not that different to America or Europe. We're very laid back here, so it doesn't take much to piss us off, but we don't get showered too much. So I've been racking my brain. How the hell do you start a campaign to get an Australian, I won't call it a tribe, but a mob is more an Aussie word. How do you get an Aussie mob? How do we get a gang of Aussies together that want to chat? Very much like Lewis is doing with Barry, with Juji, with Harley Mac and all those. You know them all because every time they make a video, they tag the same 8 people. And it's a circle that they've got going in the US, which is frustrating me a little bit at the moment. But Drew's good. Drew's actually posting just about every day, and I can't keep up with him. I'm working at the moment because I don't have a car about 12 to 14 hours a day. It's around 12 hours the time I leave home, the time I get back home, depending on if the regional trains are working or not working. I'm also trying to confuse myself a lot here too, because it sort of goes back to a bit what Barry just said. Literally, I just watched the video while I was charging up this camera. You follow people, like he was talking about an autistic channel. You follow people and you talk to them, and it blows you away when suddenly they come back and they say something to you, you know. I've been watching videos I'm shooting on the EM1 MKII here, and I've been watching videos on this camera since November. And I can't even remember who it was, and I've been racking my history all afternoon trying to figure out who it was. A week ago, a person put a comment on, or commented to me, or said something to me, have you tried using C4K? And I said, not on the camera. I said, yeah, here's the video I made of it, and I've watched it, and once again I can't find where I watched it, so I might have been watching it when I was not logged in. I do that sometimes when I'm on phones travelling around. And it has a log file format that you can format in, but it has a C, which is C for cinematic, 4K. The problem I have with 4K is you crop in right in, you know. We're shooting with a 20mm Pro lens here, and that's 40mm focal zone. I am sitting 2 metres away from the camera at the moment. Little DJI mini mic going. So I'm trying this. This is only the second attempt at using this, and I'm looking at my LCD screen here facing me, and because it's log file, it's all grey. So it's very hard to tell if I'm in focus. This shirt doesn't look red, it looks, I don't know, off red. My face looks like I've gone pale. And I have no idea about colour grading, so I used Premiere Pro the other day and it worked. My rain vlog is what I'm talking about. The vlogging on a rainy day in Melbourne, I put that up. That was the first vlog I made after my dog died. And it seemed to work. So, bear with me. I'm getting older. I might be rambling, but I'm just chilling outside. It's 7 degrees. We're trying to cook dinner. It's taking a while. Friday night football's on. This is my first day off in 12 days, so I'm enjoying it. But I go back to work tomorrow, then I work 8 days, and then I get a week off. And Pete, down in Hobart, if you're watching, buddy, I'm coming to Hobart. Not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. The whole aim of going to Hobart is to sit on Sullivan's Cove, look at the boats, and I really just need to chill out in the fresh air of Tasmania. But I want to try and make a dozen to 3 dozen, I know that sounds a lot, little tiny vlog videos, and try and get at least 100 B-roll videos, mate. I've got 14 hours on the ground. I've got 3 cameras at least going. I haven't quite got the camera set up right yet, but the whole aim of it is to get away from the 5 million people up here in Melbourne and get down there with the 200,000 people that live in the city down there. It's a lot quieter, it's a lot smaller. I've seen everything I need to see in Hobart, but I still love going there. I might go to the art gallery, I might go to the museum, but I want to catch up with Pete, who is a Hobart person who I talk to, and one of the mob of 4 vloggers that I can find. What we tend to do in Australia and Britain and a lot of places is we POV. We're photographers, we take our camera, we're really shit at making videos, but we take photos and try and get the point of view of the photo. And occasionally we turn around and you show our ugly noggin. And so I reckon if we can incorporate POV and vlog as the same thing, because really a POV is a vlog, you're talking from behind the camera and those ones, I could probably find a few more Aussies that might jump into the mob concept, because we need to have a group of people that I can talk to that have got the same concerns as me, who live in the same continent as me, and you won't feel alienated when you're talking to the tribe, and the tribe just really talk to anybody outside of the United States kind of thing. But I don't know. I've got to work on it. I'm having a real bad week. Didn't expect my dog to die. He was only 8 years old, absolutely perfect condition, and then within the space of a few hours was gone. And we've had a week of looking back at it, and it's some form of renal cancer, which was the best thing we can come up with, but boy, it was a long night. And I'm not in the financial position to have done anything. First thing we did is we jumped online. We're talking 10 o'clock at night, and it was $1,500 if we called the vet ambulance out, the dog ambulance out. $2,000 then for the emergency hospital, which is about 20 k's that way, to examine him, and then up to $10,000 all up if you get him operated on. And I'm like, I've got 2 broken down cars here. I'm having to ride a bike at 2 o'clock in the morning because there's no public transport. I'm not flush with cash. So if I had $10,000, I'd probably fix one of my cars up and not be out in the rain when it's, Hang on, let's check this. Yep, everything's good. Nothing's burning. So we just had to comfort him, and I was angry for about 3 days that I'm in that situation where, you don't have $10,000 sitting in the bank that you can just grab willy-nilly, but I'm retiring in 7 years' time, so I'm going to get used to it. 7 years, 9 months and so many days that's it. I'm quitting the workforce. I've had enough of it. I don't know what I'm doing when I quit. But So all my money goes into retirement savings, bonds and stuff like that. Anyway, I don't think I'll talk much more. This is going to take 2 hours, this rest. But this is not a Sunday session video. This is a Friday night, footy night. I want to get in there and watch the football soon. It starts soon, in about an hour. That gives me time to edit this video. But stay safe. Main thing is, you know, little things, you know, you lose your best friend. You might feel a little bit alienated by people. Don't let it get to you. It doesn't get to me. I have moments and then I just, you know, I chill out. I'm pretty slack and pretty laid back. But if you can think of vloggers that we can follow, give me some more ideas, because I've got 40 odd that I follow at the moment. 20 in the United States and about 5 in Australia, 4 in Australia, and most of them are photographers. Now, I need to get photographers that like to talk in front of the cameras. As for dealing with life, you know, not just my dog last week. Monday last week we had a call from a surgeon. Apparently I'm going to need to start wearing a mask when I sleep because I'm not getting enough oxygen in my lungs. Then I had the dog, and then Friday night going into Saturday, we had a woman jump out in front of me trying to commit suicide. So that was a little bit hair raising, but I've had 21 years of that happening to me all the time. So I dealt with it properly. But in 1 week I've had a bad week. I've had a really bad week. But that was last week. It's Friday this week. I left it all behind on Sunday and I started trying to piece this week together. So far this week I've only had one person jump out in front of me while I've been driving. I drive choo-choo trains, by the way. And that one was a lot closer because we were doing 80 kilometres an hour and yeah, they were taking a shortcut. They weren't trying to commit suicide, but it gets close. Makes you wake up a bit and go, oh, people are stupid when it comes to railways. They don't realise how hard it is to stop a train. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Felt a little bit better. I've had a bit of a chat. Got a bit off my chest. All good. Love you guys. Love you, Juji. Love you, Lily. Love you, Chris. Stay safe, everybody. Go watch Barry. He's going absolutely gangbusters at the moment, and I'm loving how Max is vlogging as well. So check out Max. Talk to people. Talk to me. But most of all, have fun. Just film life. You know, you don't have to film in a public place. You can sit in your backyard and talk in front of your barbecue, or you can sit in your coffee shop and talk in your coffee shop, you know. Enjoy yourselves, guys. Ciao.